I got a bunch of books in.
Okay,
I got
barely any. You can pretend some of them are mine.
Okay.
We have books for days. We have things to show. We're going to be talking about Thunderbolts tonight. It's Friday, you bastards!
The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic book community. Comic creators and comic fans, tonight you are seen, heard, recognized. Because comics are for everyone. Live from Miami, Florida, broadcasting around the world, this is the Not Near Mint Show.
Welcome to the Not Near Mint Show, everybody. It's Friday night, and we are so sorry about last night, or rather, I'm sorry about last week, because last week I was caught in the Keys because it was on fire. And then I slept through the show because I got home and passed out after being awake for 2 days straight, and it's still wearing. So how is everybody, including, hey, Tacoma?
I'm fucking exhausted. How are you?
Exhausted is okay. It's the end of the week. You can sleep tomorrow, right? I hope you can sleep tomorrow.
I think so, yeah. It's just been a tough week, and I've been inhaling a lot of fumes. The district will no longer buy acrylic for my laser engraver because apparently it's a danger. So not only do I have to buy it myself, I still get inhaling the fumes. So
nice. Yeah. That's hot.
Particularly enjoyable.
Ian is doing a betrayal. You're going to talk about that later, Ian. The betrayal that you're going to do tomorrow.
Okay.
The selling of certain things.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Before we start with the top 10, tomorrow night is going to be the whale auction. And this whale auction is when they only do $100 starting price.
30 pieces of silver for the body of Christ.
And the person who's going to be doing a sale tomorrow is, look at him.
Yeah, I'm on the whale auction. I'm selling some books, just trying to shift the comics. So we're getting to a point where child number one is going to college, and we're also going to Japan this summer with my wife for a trip, and I'm taking the other child to New York for a trip, and New York to Maine to Vermont, back down and all over the place. So I need some money. So, if this is a book that's ever tickled your fancy, it's Minor Key.
Can't.
That old thing.
I mean, is it worth it to do this? Absolutely, because tomorrow night at 8:35, if you're not there watching Strictly Comics, these are strictly warning, banger alert.
So here's the thing. Claremont's run on X-Men is probably my favorite individual run on any comic, and is what got me into comics, along with ElfQuest in the 80s. And I read it, and I collected it all, and I had it for years, lining the wall up over there. And now I've got this one, which I think kind of says it all.
No,
so
it doesn't. It says one.
It's kind of an average comic if you think about it.
I still have a few thousand more comics to go through, so I'll be doing some shifting in the collection, but it doesn't mean I'm stopping comics reading or collecting. It just means I'm adjusting.
We should talk, because if you've got any of them that maybe are not the off keys but are around those 90s, it's a Claremont SIG. I don't have a Claremont SIG, but
just shoot me what you want.
Yeah, just tell me. Yeah, we can talk later, because
well, talk soon, because tomorrow, I mean, I'm not going to sell 280 comics tomorrow, but I'll be selling a few big keys.
You could probably go through 130 and then 131 all the way to end and just make a nice round price and see what people will pay.
Dude, it's going to command a preemie.
Yeah,
couldn't you, college, is that so important? Can't they take up a trade instead?
They have trades, man. They want to have an education.
Ugh, so overrated. I think an X-Men run is so
Yeah,
much
it's bullshit. They told me to get an education and I'd have a job and a house and all this shit. It was a fucking lie.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
They're just going to party at university. You're going to waste all your X-Men run for them to party at university.
I was going to party. My kids are actually much better than, I don't know if it's this generation or what, but like,
We need to
I
usurp
was
the
talking to them
oligarchs.
the other night. Like, I was drinking pretty consistently on the weekends by the time I was a sophomore in high school.
Really?
And I didn't think it was like a problem. Like, I didn't tell my parents I was doing it, but like all my friends did it. You know, a lot of our weekends revolved around like, hey, who's got a party this weekend? I mean, it's very much a John Cusack movie.
The
Like,
80s, yeah.
yeah. And I just thought it was normal. And I'm realizing like how bad it was and how happy I am that my kids like aren't like that.
We're
Yeah.
brought up in a healthy environment.
I know.
We lived through the 90s and the disillusionment era so that your kids could grow up and be fairly a lot more well-adjusted than we are.
I didn't drink shit in high school. I didn't do any drugs in high school. And then I went to college and that changed.
Usually the way it works. I mean, back in high school, I started with the pot, then college, a little bit of alcohol, but I didn't become an alcoholic until
There was a
well
lot of
after.
Experimentation.
Experimentation. It's not like I was wearing a lab coat and going, okay, let's see what happens when I try mixing
No control.
tequila with vodka.
Well, Ian, I can make fun of you, but you're a noble man doing this for your children. I hope they appreciate you.
Absolutely. And that the X-Men 94 doesn't go to a nice bender on a Saturday that ends on a Sunday and then you need, hey, Dad, can you sell another X-Men 94?
If they don't appreciate it, I'll chop suey them right in the throat.
There you go. That's all I needed to hear.
So when they talk back, I'll just go and they'll go.
they don't understand, you know, the South. So
True
they
parenting.
so they grew up on the West Coast. So
Hands-on
South here is
parenting.
California. They don't know what the South is like.
So you're going to Japan. Do you know
I'm
how
not
it's went
going
to Japan in issue 118 through 19?
I'm not going to Japan. Natalie and Karen are. I'm
Oh.
going to New England.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
That's
the
slightly
X-Men
cheaper.
went to Vermont or Maine.
I don't think X-Men ever went to New England, so okay, that's safe.
No, that would be a little bit boring. They just go to boring old Australia for about 30 issues.
Walkabout.
All right, here we go. Let's do the top
Hit it.
10.
My ugly
I'm
mug
gonna
off.
go through it as fast as I can. There's a new camera angle. Let's see how this works out tonight. And earlier today, I did a podcast with the Corner Box Podcast. And I was talking about the show, talking a little about what we do here, how we buy things, what we look at, and a little bit about this top 10. So how do I do the top 10? It's based off of, well, as of today, my 28,088 comics of 300 or 400 of those are fucking Spawn. Probably
Get rid of them.
that early. Yes, I should. I absolutely should. So based off of my now 28,000 collection here, I hit the value update button. And as long as you have CLZ along with CovrPrice, yeah, a lot of them could be like $1. I hit that value update button and it spits out a list. I take the top 5 and the bottom 5, and here they are. We're going to start with the bottom 5 crashes. And as you see right here, it's Fantastic Four number
25.
28.
I want that one. So
Well,
let it
you're gonna
crash.
Oh, it crashed so hard. How hard did it crash?
Further. Mama's getting it.
Well, listen to this. So, very good find 5.0 raw, 1964. Somebody paid this week $207. It is down $1,049.
Wow.
So it was firmly attached to the staples. It was a nice looking copy. I looked it up myself on eBay and just went, good Lord. Because I know how much I paid for this, even though Stan Lee signed it on the first page, but we kind of know what Stan Lee's been doing. So
He's been being dead.
he's been being dead, and he kind of took credit where he didn't really do anything. But then there's this next one here, which we weren't on last week. It would have been in the bottom 5 last week. But Marvel Spotlight number 5. If you are in the market looking for a first appearance of Ghost Rider, first Johnny Blaze, this thing crashed hard too. Every single week it's been selling for less and less. An 8.0 copy, raw, very fine, came out in 1972. Somebody paid $922. It is down 104. You can now get a higher grade first appearance of Ghost Rider for under $1,000.
Just like my retirement fund. Shit.
Oh Lord. Yeah. I mean, I was watching Comic Tom just prior to this, and they were talking at the end of the video of comics to test the health of the market. And in looking at that,
Like,
I mean, I don't know.
The market's tested.
Like a lot of them are up, but a lot of the ones that are raw are you can get them for less now. So FOMO, nothing. Just wait it out.
Sorry, I'm a bitch.
Oh, good. Number 8 is another Golden Age book here that's down. How down is it? This is a classic Cat People cover done by Steve Ditko, Joe Simon, and Jack Kirby on the interiors. This is Golden Age, pre-Marvel. This is timely. And this thing here in a 2.5 plus. Somebody paid 100. Yeah, Cat People back.
I want to be a Cat People.
We are cat people, lady.
I am Cat People.
Just look at her. She looks like me a little bit.
She does not look like a cat person, but he does, definitely.
That looks a lot more like me, especially with all the fur.
I love it.
It's down this week. You can get a copy, Good Plus, for $134. It is down 94.
Fuck. What number is it?
This is issue 3 from volume 4. There's very short runs of this that go back from like 1950.
Yeah.
So trying to find an exact number. I mean, you can't even find it on the damn cover. Oh, there you go. Number 27. But when I go to look this up in CLZ, it lists it as issue 3 from volume 4, not number 27. So I don't know.
Older than my parents.
Older than me too. All right, number 7. This is also down. First appearance of Vision, second full appearance of Ultron Avengers 57. Dropped this week in a very fine 7.0 from 1968. Somebody paid $275. It is down 57.
You didn't say it's the second full appearance of Vision, did you?
No, second full appearance of Ultron. If I said second Vision, well, my brain doesn't always work.
Because that bitch is first.
Yes, this is definitely first. And Kevin says Thunderbolts will make money on DVD sales and do well on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
it's already made money from us. Yeah, lady, have you seen it yet?
No.
Well, we're gonna spoil it. I know Miracleman hasn't seen it yet.
I love it. I'll forget what you say.
It's okay because we forget a lot of things. Like I watched this movie called Havoc with Tom Hardy, and it was fun. It was gory. I can't tell you a thing about it. What was it about? I had no idea.
The brother of Scott Summers. That's a cool movie. Love it.
A little different, but I kind of wish it was like that. All right, number 6 is Why the Last Man, number 1, and my copy is signed by Brian K. Vaughan.
Look at that.
So, you got one too?
Nah.
Look at
that. I mean, you'll be able to get it a lot less now because the first issue came out 20 plus years ago, came out in 2002, 9.0 raw near mint copy. You can get it for $36. That's how much somebody paid this week, down 30. This used to be $100 book. Everything is dropping. Nearly.
Well, the bottom dropped out on that after that show went tits up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not like the show was like the greatest thing on earth either.
It just didn't hit well, but I liked it.
No.
Every episode should have ended on a cliffhanger because that was the comic, and they just didn't adhere to that.
Talking about
Why the Last
Man series?
It's a TV show.
Oh, I didn't.
Nobody did.
Right. These are the ones that went up. So the first one that went up, starting off number 5, first appearance of the Teen Titans. They're not called the Teen Titans, but they're literally the Teen Titans. Kid Flash, Aqualad, and Robin.
Wait. So Vision went down. I'm sorry, I was muted before. I was talking to the wife.
Yeah, all good. Vision's down. It dropped $57. Yeah, $275 now. And yeah, higher grade copies, you can get it pretty easily now. But again, the
Sell-
market's being flooded.
Sell the X-Men's, get the Vision. Because you probably
Yes.
never had the Vision, have you?
Get good keys.
There we go.
Shit. He's pulling
Oh,
it.
he's leaving.
Yeah,
A 9.2
He's so
graded
insulted.
copy.
He's so insulted. He went out and bought the copy immediately.
You rat bastard.
I don't know, like the way you said that, man.
I was giving it.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
Yeah, that's me.
I didn't say that. That was Rob.
No,
I
I'm
got
saying
this
it.
from the Comic Queen. She needed to sell something and she put it
Oh,
up
that's
pretty
so
cheap
cool.
a couple
I don't have one. I'm
couple years
jealous.
ago.
I have it.
Well, Rob said it's worthless now.
Oh,
On you go,
I
Rob.
mean, it's so worth it. You can sell it to me for like $2. I'll take it.
That's
I
better.
can always
give you
use more
3.
comics.
you have one, Rob?
Of course I do, and I don't do doubles. I just give it to you. You know that.
Okay.
He wants 2020 vision.
All right, so this is one that went up. This is Brave and the Bold, number 54. First Teen Titans is unnamed. Came out in 1964. A very, or not very fine. I didn't update that. A very good plus book would get you about $295. Again, back in 2001, this was going for $400 or $500, so it's still underpriced. It's undervalued. It's still a pretty damn good price at $295. It is up $67, but I paid more than $295 for this copy. Next one, and this is a little odd because the movie was just canceled. Sergeant Rock was supposed to be made with Daniel Craig, and the whole thing got scrapped. But if anybody's looking for those early prototype appearances of Sergeant Rock, this is the first time you have one. It's in GI Combat number 68 in a very good minus 3.5 raw. Came out in 1959. Somebody paid $397, up 77. Next one up is Swamp Thing number 1. And this is one that I got because a lady here, because she said, hey, Rob, look, they have a full run of all the Wrightson books. You should get that. So $150 later, 1 through 10. The whole thing. It was a great deal. And now, how much is issue number 1 going for in a very fine minus? 1972 book, $244. It's up $115. So thank you, lady.
So Matthew Cable is Sandman's Raven. I never knew that.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's something that I didn't realize until later on because I heard, or we're reading Matthew Cable. He's the Raven, and he starts telling his story, and that's when there's like a little asterisk saying, "Way back in Swamp Thing number 1." So I'm like, oh, that's so expensive. I'll never get that. And then I got a job, so I got it.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, number 2. This is a book that, I mean, strange considering issue 25 is down. But this thing was down pretty severely a few weeks ago where somebody got a copy, a really decent copy for about $200. And it's up this week. So issue 3, this is the first time that you have the Fantastic Four uniforms or costumes, if you like talking kiddie stuff. But it's also the first Baxter Building, Fantastic Car, and Miracleman. Not that one. So this thing here came out in 1961. Very good, plus 4.5, $564. It's up $180.
Dang.
I mean, it still feels bad because I paid a lot more for this.
No.
I paid over $1,000 for this.
Holy
book.
cow.
Yeah. It's a nice copy. It's just that in the back, it's a little bit stained, but otherwise it looks great.
Yeah, she presents
So,
well.
oh, I like this one.
The number 1 book in a very good fine 5.0, and mine has this going on with it, where I keep telling anybody, if you find that there are rusty staples, just don't get it. You can find a different copy. Why? Because if you get a little bit of rust, eventually the paper oxidizes and that cover is coming off that book. And I should have realized when I got this way back when from this. You look at a book and you see that's rust. That's coming off. And it did. In any
Neil
case,
Young says it doesn't sleep though.
yeah. All right, so this came out in 1958 in a very good fine 5.0. Somebody paid this week, making this currently the second most expensive comic in my collection. It is $2,550. It is up $925.
The hell?
There's no news that Brainiac's going to be in
Oh.
James Gunn's Superman, but
You
it
know
is a
why?
supervillain, and Superman just doesn't fight supervillains in his movies.
I'm telling you why.
Why,
This
lady?
issue right here, Absolute Superman number 7. This is Brainiac. It's fucking gnarly story. Check it out.
Ah, look at that dropping knowledge.
That's why. So Jason Aaron writing. I don't give a shit about Superman, but Jason Aaron, I didn't give a shit about Thor. So I'm just saying.
But it just
I mean,
have you read it?
Go ahead.
Rob? Have you read it, Rob? Because the interior
I'm
art
3
on
issues
Brainiac-
behind.
Okay, but no. The Brainiac in that book that you just showed, it doesn't look anything like the interior Brainiac. So Kurt
Oh.
Swan does this amazing Brainiac. That's the Brainiac we come to love and know through the 60s and 70s. But it looks nothing like the interior Brainiac
You know-
that whoever drew. I can't remember.
You
who
want to
drew
see it?
Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's interior Brainiac.
Well, yeah. Okay, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
looks-
and then it's going to show.
He looks
years
like a horse.
earlier, and this will show him in the past.
Okay.
Many years earlier. That's him.
Yeah, but he doesn't even look like that.
But then,
That would have looked a lot closer than the Doctor Doom from the Ultimate Universe.
yeah, he changes over time. Like he becomes like crazy looking. So
Well, he's a robot person. He can just keep upgrading his body.
Yeah. Crack it open. Crack open the rusty one. Show her what the original.
Don't
Don't fall for his tricks. Don't.
do that.
okay. Anyways, here we go. See, it's like more like a fucked up apocalypse or Mojo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find the original Brainiac. I'll be back.
Okay.
That's like the face of I don't know, Bane or something, and then the downward body of Doctor Doom from the Ultimate Universe.
Mhm.
So tonight we're going to be talking about Thunderbolts, the movie where MCU is headed, and here is Michael's version.
Let's see.
Now, bear in mind, everybody, this is the Canadian version, so we don't know.
It's gonna be fucked up.
It's gonna be fucked up.
Screwed up,
Justin
man.
Trudeau drew it while he was drunk on maple syrup and getting
It's
a
probably
hand.
going to be red instead of purple and green.
Thor, God of Thunderbolts.
It apologizes to you after every fucking page.
Hey.
Riding a horse around with a big fucking hat in the middle of the city.
I know.
I like how the Kryptonian flag. I don't know if you can see it. First,
Rainbow
Celebrate-
flag.
celebrating Pride Day. I think.
Yeah.
I agree.
Superman.
Where is he?
Super.
Super.
Go.
All right,
Hear
settle
that
down
too,
there,
huh?
kitty. Settle down there, kitty.
He wants to come up.
Looked up.
Leave Rob's comics the fuck
Wow.
alone.
Very nice.
Oh, as he's looking for that, I don't know if anybody else that ordered the Frightful 15, but this finally came in.
That's great.
Side shot, spine roll.
Ooh.
Bum.
Oh,
Chamber of Chill.
So this thing, they put a $20 price tag on it. They sent these out first because I guess they're still waiting on the rest of the printing to come in from the rest of the Frightful 15. But when those are ready, I'm sure they're going to look stunning because the interiors on this it looks great on the newsprint.
Excited to see him.
so pretty.
Excited to see him.
So
Well,
when it
our
ships
Canadian
in a
friend.
bag where this is a little larger.
Nice.
Which comic is it? Can you tell me which Action Comics it? I'll look it up. Which number?
242.
242. Okay, that helps.
What you doing, Miss Kitty?
Well, how about this? While he's looking, why doesn't somebody show comics?
Oh, that sounds a good idea.
I can't.
Ooh.
I got some comics.
There you go.
Lady F's got some comics.
Yeah,
Tacoma's got some comics.
I
I'm-
do.
I'm
I
showing.
already showed him.
All right, I'm just gonna show fucking chunk. Fucking
Show
chunk,
it.
fucking chunk, funky
I want
chunk,
to see it.
funkin' chunk. So I own Neil, Neil Adams or whatever from the 90s. Well, y'all, his ball just dropped, and he's got got a family. He's a family man. No, I'm just kidding. There's just a newer version of him, and this is a Christian Ward variant. So I thought that was badass. And then I found Beware #1. Look at this little Harley werewolf guy. And I found issue #2.
Woohoo! That's a sick cover.
I know. I love it. It's me.
By Fearsome Fantasies.
I know. I love it. Okay, there's that. This is the last issue I needed to finish my Black Panther run. I have it now.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So I'm done. Completed. Got Son of Satan #1. Beautiful Gil Kane. Goodness.
That's a fucking beauty right there.
Yeah.
And it's a short series to get them all.
Mm-hmm.
And I found Troy Cinderella.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey, androids.
Easy. I love it.
Do you have this, Tacoma?
I don't. That is one series I have not attacked yet.
I'm gonna put it. I'm giving it to you. I'm gonna put
All
it.
right.
In the set
I
with your
appreciate
other
that.
shit. I have your other shit packed though, but I'll guess.
And addressed.
I have this too. So this
You'll
is
just
already
have to-
packed.
You'll just have to start a new just
Yeah, this
dox
will
me
go in
live
your
on the air, man.
This will go in your new pile, but I got you, bro. I got you.
All right.
I knew
Appreciate it.
somebody that I know a lot of dudes that love Star Wars, and I found this on the low, and it's harder to find these Star comics. So,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
That's because kids fucking destroyed them.
I know, fucking kids,
Fucking
kids.
kids.
My shop would probably charge $30 to $50 for that copy.
Oh, I got one of them.
Battlefield.
Guys, I don't
not have that.
So Kirby.
So Kirby.
So fucking Kirby.
They had it for $3.99 at my LCS. I was like,
Killer.
well, I got to pick this up.
Chiller.
So there's
Is that her collar multiplied?
It looks like triple tier.
Yeah.
Color woman.
Oh.
How does she turn her head? Like
And it's like up
Batman?
in
Does
his
she have to turn her whole
armpit.
body?
I don't know, man.
How do any of us turn our heads, Rob?
This was Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Um,
Good story in it too.
and then here's the A cover
Nice.
for number
Bela
4.
Lugosi.
And then my LCS had this one.
Amazing Spider-Man 300. Nice.
Yeah, so I got a couple of those.
Double.
I don't know. If somebody wants one, just let me know. Picked up the I was a fashion school serial killer. So kitschy. It's fun.
I really hope they
That's-
reveal
that's
that this is
cool.
like a shared universe of all the serial killers.
I'd like that to be like Snot Girl's origin story.
So I heard someone say that like it's kind of like it's like a loose Lady Gaga origin story.
Yeah.
Oh!
that makes sense, actually.
Whoa.
That's a beaut.
That is
Oh.
just it's not
Oh.
a real one. It's a
Oh.
facsimile.
Emily. Well, it's still beautiful. Still
Yeah,
love it.
thanks.
I was
Yeah.
like seconds away from pumping out another banger.
So
no,
close.
no.
Ah,
So close.
false banger.
False banger. This is the first appearance of like Absolute Freeze. That's him in the background.
Oh, he is gnarly too.
Yeah.
Most
So-
horrifying Mr. Freeze I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Did he get the
Just see
Brian
how
Ballin cover?
Did you see how he's straddling Batman?
I
heard
did.
a story the other day of somebody
Kind of
just
like,
straddling.
this,
Horrifying.
like that.
That's a great cover.
And then Catwoman whips Batman. Well,
And I got the Superman.
Right.
And then here is there's an Amadeus Cho special.
Oh, sweet. I did not see that.
They haven't
Yeah.
forgotten about that character yet.
Huh?
I'm surprised they haven't just forgotten about the character at this
Oh,
point.
Braun.
They keep pushing, man.
I like it. Totally
Oh, I'm
Awesome
not-
Hulk was a
I'm
really fun run.
I'm not talking smack. I'm well, I mean on the character. I'm talking smack on Marvel.
As well, you should. And then I picked up the latest Uncanny 14 with the Gail Simone. And this, I had to get it. Godzilla versus X-Men. But this is a JTC.
Nice.
John Tyler. And so it's like the 97 team.
Yeah.
Love it.
And so, but then you see there's fucking Godzilla, but then you zoom out and it's Charles and his mind waves. So it's like they're like fighting on the astral plane or some shit. I love it, bro. It's so sick.
Still safer than a Boeing plane.
Yeah, right. Well, and then finally got this Phoenix 11 variant, and it's an old Casada print.
Oh,
Like that.
Mr. Quesada.
And so I'll have it. That's not my only
Casada.
chunk, though. That's not my only
That's
chunk.
racist. Stop.
But we could go to the next person. But you know, I got more.
She wants to let you know she's got a lot of cool stuff.
I just want to let you know.
I'm
So you
enthralled.
see it.
I don't
Go
want
to
to
the next
end.
person. Get
I don't
off.
want
So who's
that.
the next
Go to the
person?
next one.
It's gonna
Whoever's next
be
on the list.
do it, Miracle Man.
Miracle.
Man,
Do it live, Miracle Man. Do it live.
Show us your Richie Rich.
quit
I got
sniffing your own farts.
I haven't been on in a little while. I haven't been on since before, I think, Free Comic Book Day.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
I got a few books. I don't know what to start with, but I'm just going to hop right in here. I'm going to start with some weird stuff first, right?
Okay.
No.
Here is a book called The Dead Crew, issue 1.
That's weird.
It's
That is
from
weird.
Fathom Press. It's Tim Tyler
Oh,
and Joe Vigil, I believe, works on this.
You're so weird.
I didn't know there was a Joe Vigil. I know Tim Vigil.
There's a
Yeah.
Joe Vigil. It's his brother.
Huh.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
know
they
that
told me. I
Fathom
learned
Press
that.
is still putting out books.
Fathom Press. They just did a Kickstarter for issue 2 and 3 of this book. I think this one's from 1994. Speaking of Tim Tyler, here's a little more Blood Rain Saga. So this Blood Rain, a vampire superhero, he did 4 issues under the Fathom Press. Then he did this one shot with London Night Studios. Very Tim Tyler. Very Tim Tyler.
So Tim Tyler.
So Tim Tyler. And then check this out. Same guy who did the book, the Amazon Women books. Babes and Biomechanics #2. Published by Fantaco, which was Fantagraphic sci-fi and horror imprint back in the 90s. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
It's
Beautiful.
fun. I do like.
And here from Arrow Comics, this is the last issue I needed. It began in Caliber, ran into Arrow Comics until Arrow Comics ran out of business. Dark Oz. If you're at all a fan of the Wizard of Oz characters, you want to find the Caliber Press Oz and the Dark Oz, and I think also Land of Oz from Arrow Comics.
That looks fun.
Oh my God, they're so great. They're such good series.
So Tim Tyler.
Oh, Tim Tyler. And then we're gonna get a little more traditional for a hot minute here. Check this out. Look at this. I think these are the 1 in 10s. Multiversity Ultra Comics featuring
I remember them.
the Sunshine Superman, Prez, Brother Power the Geek, Speed Freak.
Oh my God.
This is the Justice
Wow.
League of the Prez universe.
Are they fighting Captain Planet?
They are fighting in the original Justice League's origin. They joined together to defeat the Appomattox aliens, which all came down to these seeds. And this one hatched and was a tree creature and started turning them
my
all into
God.
trees. So
Was it
this is
just-
a recreation of that.
Is it
Well,
I
that's
Justice
remember
League?
the
scary.
1960 or
Which
61
one
Justice
is that
League
a
couple looked like
homage
that.
to? Justice League 8? I gotta look it up. I'll look it up.
I first read it about the story in Justice League 200.
Yeah.
But you're right. The original story must have been in 8.
League 8.
The 1 in 10 for Multiversity, The Just, which is the Bizarro Justice League fighting Starro.
Oh. Who is that artist? It looks kind of like Trad Moore, but it's not.
No,
That's Eduardo Rizzo from 100 Bullets.
I like
Yeah.
it. It's fun.
it is. It's a fun one. And just because I'm a big Frank Cho fan, I already had this issue, but I didn't have this cover. Look at this. Wonder Woman.
My.
That's number 17. Great swimsuit issue. It's the sweater weather variant. And I actually, we're gonna get into something else cool here. Check this out. Remember, I think I showed you some of these. Volume 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage Publishing line. I picked up most of the run for $2 a piece. First of all, Turtles comics for $2, that's an impossibility, right?
It's impossible.
But volume 4 is really, really tough. And it's not as hard as, say, the end. Well, the end of volume 4. So they ran 28 issues of volume 4. And then Eastman and Laird stopped talking to each other. And I had up to issue 27. So the second to last of the regular run. And it's their Triceratop alien friends here. And then Peter Laird put out 4 more issues on his website, not the Mirage site, on peterlaird.com. They were $10 in each, and they had about a press run of about 1,000 copies.
You know why they stopped talking to each other?
Why?
Why?
Every time Eastman walked in the room, he was like, "Cowabunga, dude!" And Peter was just like, "Are you freaking kidding me? It's like the 1,000th fucking time you said that. Would you shut up? They're just turtles."
I actually believe that.
I made that
It
story
would
up.
be like dealing with Steve Urkel and having him go, "Did I do that for the billionth time?" And you just want to punch him in the face.
Yeah. The person I was with when I picked these up got 3 of those 4 $10 issues for $2 each.
God damn.
All right. These are next to impossible. He had given up on ever trying to find them.
These are the Mirage ones?
Mirage, volume 4. Check this out.
No.
Flaming Carrot Comics number 1.
Ooh, I've been
I knew
looking
you'd
for
like
that.
this one.
Volume. Which volume?
This is the first full series, so I think that's volume 2. And now something a little bit different from Caliber Comics, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I've seen that.
I've seen these books, but I have never seen all 3 issues
Together?
at the time in such
Damn.
good condition. Look at those.
Lucky bitch.
There's a black cover like that.
Look at
50
here.
years
Look at here. Tacoma's
Oh,
twins.
what the hell?
Oh!
Sign
Signs.
yours. Let's see it.
Probably going to
Sign
sell
that.
it for his vacation
Say.
to New England.
Any of you know how to do the Madison? Barry Bostwick
Nice.
as Brad.
That's beautiful.
He was at, man, he's old. He was at Washington SummerCon a couple of years back.
He's old.
Shit, man.
And I have the other 2 somewhere.
Check this out. This is pretty cool. Final issue. Lobo number 6.
Oh,
God, I need that.
wow.
So hard to find. I now only need 2 issues. Look at this, Michael. This is how many issues I need.
2.
Or like that, 2. A Wally Wood reprint cover from Weird Science number 3. Look at that.
Oh, cool.
Man. Look at that.
Wally Wood.
Oh my
Love it.
God. So much
Like my
wood.
favorite type of wood.
Mhm.
Wally Wood.
Jinky Coronado did this series. This is 2 series. He did The Adventures of Jinky Coronado, Bonsai Girl, and then he did the Adventures of Jinky Coronado, New Bonsai Girls. This is an Arcana Studios book. And yes, there's a little costume destruction in every issue. Yes. But they are fun. They are fun books. Speaking of, we got some Ant from the Image run here. Now, these are tough to find.
You got issue 13? You got that issue.
Whoa.
Yeah, boom.
Ant buns.
I now have
Rackadawn.
all except for issue 3, the Spawn issue.
Oh,
And
that's cool. I like that.
that's a great cover, right?
Yeah.
And then same place I found these. I found these.
Oh, those are so pricey when I find them.
Claypool Comics. That's number 8 for Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
How much did you pay a piece? I can't.
$5. 39.
Wow.
These had never left the shop. Number 40.
Oh,
These were
Whoa.
sitting in his backstock from when he first ordered them.
no doubt.
2,
Hearts on fire.
43. Look
Elvira.
at that. Beautiful, right? And then, I like Elvira. Who do I like even more than Elvira, though?
Betty Page.
Betty
Vampirella.
Page.
Oh,
Page.
dang.
Halloween special. And then we have photo cover for number 1 here.
Yeah.
I should have taken it out of the stupid bag with the stupid sticker.
Yeah.
Photo
Yeah.
cover for number 3 here. Yeah, a little
Yeah.
racy. A little racy. Photo cover for number 8 here. She's so freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
And then not to, these are great books, right? These are nice. I like Betty. I like the David Avallone, our friend of the show, David Avallone, working on Betty for a while. I love his stuff, but you know who I like the most when it comes to Betty Page, other than Betty herself?
Dave Stevens.
Steve?
Dave fucking Stevens. Betty Page Comics number 1.
Still need that.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's gorgeous, right?
It's gorgeous.
That's gorgeous. I got a good
As
deal.
long as you focus on her and not the wildly racist characters.
Yes,
behind her.
that's problematic. I will agree.
It's Jungle Jive, Rob. What do you expect? Jungle Jive.
And then a couple of Sheena books. Look at this. There's that homage cover there. That's pretty.
That's my warm-up yoga pose.
This is my favorite, though. Issue number 2. Bondage
That's
cover.
what all ladies look like when they got a queef.
That's true.
Final exams? What?
Not that way. When you you have a near mint copy for sale. Oh, he's talking about the Dave Stevens. Aren't you, Foo? Are you talking about the
That's
Just send me a text. I'll PayPal you.
That's Green Lantern Green Arrow number 1 from the reprint of the Hard Traveling Heroes storyline.
That's how I originally read that series.
Good, man. Beautiful reproduction. Beautiful.
Barbarian Kung Fu is like low key people's like good book plug.
Yeah.
Hit him
That's
up.
that Supergirl number 9 from the
Oh, I love it.
original run.
Okay, her back is snapped. There's no way around that.
Issue 78 from volume, I think 3. When you get near the end here, these are next to impossible to find. If you see them, anything from 75 up, grab them up. It was written by Peter David.
Wow. He
Right?
is always on the hunt. Yeah.
You know who that is, right? Canadian.
Hulk.
Um,
Oh, sorry.
Dexter.
it's Peter
wrote-
David.
He wrote for Babylon 5. Yeah, I know him.
And then I'll just show a couple more, and then we can move on. I mean, I got probably half a short box left here, but I'll show a couple more. We can move on. Look at this Dodson cover, Harley Quinn number 3.
Oh, so fun.
Look at that.
Oh, look at all the girls.
All the girls of Gotham there. Gotta love it, except for Batgirl,
Yeah.
of course. Look at this Star Wars number 63. Getting real close to finishing that original run.
What's it got? Like 108, 109?
Yeah, I think it's like 108 issues, 107 maybe.
107 issues because the final issue is the first was Portacio.
Yeah.
I just sold 105, 106. Well, I sold it a week ago. I just put in the mail 105, 106, 107.
And
The
then
trip to Tatooine.
Anna Mercury prepare to launch. Now, this is was a special that I think was given away or was available at Wizard World. And I want to bring your attention to something very important right here, which is
The signature.
Jason Burrows' signature.
Okay.
Look at that. I got this for $1.
Damn.
And it even
Spelled
gave
his name
it
wrong.
away. Look at
Yeah,
that.
stupid
Now-
guy doesn't even know
Now,
spell his own name.
I do have four, we'll call them mattress books, under the mattress books, that I could show real quick for you.
I'm sorry, mattress books.
You'll
Yeah,
see
they're
that.
square bound, so they're really stiff. So if your mattress is lumpy, they
Wax off to them.
That's a trip. There you go. That's a
Ooh.
triple X women #1 from Friendly Comics. They're awfully friendly. This is I should have taken that out of the stupid thing. Blood Road #1. It's an
Heroes. Wow.
The Lucio Perillo nude variant for Vampirella number 675. Look at that. Isn't that pretty?
You got some big lips.
I can't show you this last one. And then I got a money shot, the Lilith variant. Can I show you any of it?
I just had that graphic ready to go whenever you're talking.
There's some of it. The rest of the group is down further. Oh, there's the rest of it. The rest of the group's further down. And the smut portion of the evening. That's it. That's all, Michelle.
That's it. Back to his mattress.
That's right.
Tacoma? Or
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I have comics.
Who show us?
All right, hold on a second. Oh no, keep it on me. I'm going to yell.
Keep
So.
it on me. Damn it.
Nicholas,
Ready
come
for my
down and watch
close-up.
the dogs, please. Now I'm ready. So I'm
Thank
really
you for
excited about this next comic because I couldn't remember what it was. And instead of shipping USPS, this shipper from one of Astonishing Comics auctions Thursday night or something, he shipped it with UPS. And so I got an email, your package is scheduled for delivery. I got an email, your package is out for delivery. Your package is being shipped. This is your pre-arrival package so I'm really excited because I keep getting these notifications. I'm like, I don't know what I ordered. I can't remember. So just
Isn't that fun? I always get excited.
I opened this up and I was like, oh yes, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's really cool. It's like flat, it's ripped at the staples, but otherwise no ticks, but it is clearly off-white both on the inside and outside.
Oh, gorgeous.
But otherwise, it's a really, really nice copy. So I picked
Good
that
call.
up for $40, which really made me happy.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the guy who sold it, I'm pretty sure, was like, wait, the bidding has stopped. So that was cool. And then I just got a few things from Half Price. I have not shopped a lot recently. We just dropped like deposits for room, deposits for food, deposits for tuition, and car tabs and all this great stuff last week. So this is my small stack. I love Mark Russell. I love his writing. So I heard this is a great series. That somehow missed it. So Traveling to Mars #1, just read that the other night. Really, really good. And then the other day I picked up little James Tynion, Wind, which, don't tell him he spelled it wrong, but Wind. So I had #1. I got #2. And I like his kid stuff. I liked his Backstager series about people who worked on set construction at a high school, because I used to do that because I was not good enough to be in the plays or musicals. So I was very happy to hang out with the thespians and party with them, but just hammer sets together and stuff. So after 5, I got the variants, which are really cool. Actually, I love getting me, I love sets. So this is Wind. This is Oakley. This is Thorn. This is Marion. And alas, I knew him well. This is Yorick.
Oh shit.
Pretty cool. Nice to find I like finding the whole set of stuff. I love finding variants that have a theme to them and stuff. So pretty cool. Small chunk. That's all I got. And I got a nice little pile to read now. So
very cool. Go. Very nice. Very nice. Michael?
Okay. I found where did he go? Okay, there he is. I found him. Can you see him?
Yeah.
Model City of Kandor.
Oh yeah.
Very different than the cover.
I mean, yeah, he's gone through some
But that's
this
His head looks weird.
It's
But
the
he was in
absolute
the comic
universe, so things are super intense.
Does it have the monkey?
Is that the Canadian Brainiac?
Yeah, the monkey. We need monkeys in our life. So
Yeah, the Canadian version's way tamed down.
I mean, to be fair, if anybody watched the Harley Quinn show, the most recent season had Brainiac in it, and he's traveling with a monkey. The monkey's been dead for a few thousand years, but he doesn't know that because he's crazy.
That sounds about right.
I didn't get much either. I won an auction. Let's see what I won.
You won.
A little something.
Dazzler!
Very first Dazzler, very nice.
That's one.
Warning, 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 banger alert, banger alert.
Very
I didn't
nice.
mean to win it. I put in what I thought was an unreasonably low bid, but I guess, yeah. And I
If it's
brought
not
up-
Taylor Swift, you can get it for less now.
I know she's not. And this is my favorite run of the Thunderbolts, since we're going to be talking about them very soon.
I mean, that's how I originally got familiar with the Thunderbolts, because I didn't get on board with the whole original run by Busick until much later on.
Oh, and I wanted to correction. Justice League 9 that has them growing into trees. So the Justice League of America number 9 is their original origin story.
That's
Not-
been bothering me since the beginning of the show. So thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah.
It was-
Okay, that's it. That's all. I won the auction and went into hiding. Oh, I should also point out in Canada, I went to our local comic shop here where I live, and they were not celebrating Free Comic Book Day. So I brought my daughter. It was very depressing, and we walked out.
You had to pay money to make your daughter happy.
Everything costs money.
No, she's waiting for. This is a little off comics. There's a new Simpson Lego set coming out.
Yeah.
Krusty
Dude.
Burger.
Simpsons are coming to Fortnite. I cannot wait to buy Lisa.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I don't even play
Wow.
Fortnite, and that would make me play.
I will
That-
kick your ass at Fortnite. I will. Kick
Now I'm
I'm
not playing.
colorblind, and I will get shot by my own teammate, and I will probably also kill my
I
own
am a
teammate.
40-something
I suck at games.
female that regularly loses to 10-year-olds. I
Oh,
still
the kids are
fucking love it.
fucking great at that game.
Dude,
man.
they're
They
insane.
fucking murder your ass.
They
will
will.
hurt you and then mock you.
We call them either the
First.
kids, the youngins, or the no job havers, the
Oh,
unemployed.
Oh,
They're the
yeah.
the people that are on all the time. It's either the young kids with the good hand-eye cord. They will smoke your ass.
Mhm.
Is there like just a friendly game where you can hang out with people?
There's
and
a
make
no.
stuff?
There's the old people version is called Zero Build. That's where you don't get smoked because it's like you don't want to have these kids can build shit in like 2 seconds.
Everybody's pants are up around their nipples.
Yeah,
Everybody's left
And the
signal is
suspenders.
on all the time.
Mhm, mhm.
it's
You can
fine.
hang around.
Anybody want a first Riddler?
No.
Yes.
I have
Like
a
ever?
friend who's selling a 5.0, or he's got it at 12,000, but I'm sure he'd come
Oh.
down.
With the hangers? With
Does
the
he have
coat hangers?
two?
Oh,
If
that
he has
one.
two, I'll take both.
With the
at
coat
that
hangers?
price.
The coat hanger
Um,
cover?
Whatever the first Riddler is from
Is it the coat
1948.
hanger cover?
Could be.
Here it is.
I was just
No.
looking at it. I don't recall coat hangers, but I wasn't staring. Anyway, that was my question.
Okay. 12,000. Okay. Got it.
I would love to, but if I'm paying 12,000 for something, it's probably going to be that Amazing Spider-Man one I'm looking at right now.
Did you show any books, Rob?
Yeah.
I mean, I could show the new books, but I've
Yes,
been
coat
making
hanger
these
cover.
shorts. Coat hanger covers worth $12,000.
Yeah.
I did not even
Yeah.
That's the
recognize
one.
those as coat hangers until you said it. Now I'm like, oh yeah.
I mean, Riddler's fine, but the first appearance of coat hangers, that's what I'm paying
That's pretty
12,000.
dope right there. That's
First
pretty
coat
dope.
hangers. Yeah.
No more coat hangers ever. Sorry, nobody
No
in
more
the knows what
wire
that-
hangers.
I know that movie. I know that movie. I know that.
My
That was your
Maybe
Frank
it is.
Gorman
So-
impression of Riddler. I know it.
So who's got more books to show? I got some more books to show. If you got more books,
We
to
can
show.
show
Are
more
you a
books.
lady?
And I also have coming up very soon on this show, as soon as I can find that graphic, we are going to still be talking about Thunderbolts and New Avengers and where the MCU is headed. But first, we're going to show a little bit of what Miracleman has left.
Well, I'm just going to show you the oversized stuff. We'll save all the regular books for another time. But just I had a couple oversized books I really wanted to share. Let me see which order I'm going to show them to you. Hold on.
I got some
Hold on.
stuff too
Hold on.
after him.
Okay, here we go. So again, we all know I'm a big fan of Miss Betty Page, right?
Mhm.
So she had a few pictorials and interviews in Playboy. There's one of them. All right.
Hey, girl.
Betty Page, My Story. Volume 45, number 1 for that issue.
Shannon
Here-
Tweed. She's Canadian. Shannon Tweed.
Look at that. Here we have another. This one's a pictorial of Betty. That's the Seth Rogen cover there.
He's Canadian.
Yeah. Look at all these Canadians
They're creeping into the freaking.
dirtying up my filth mags.
Look at her
That's
straddling.
fun.
Here's another one of the issues. This one is issue 12, volume 42. Another Betty Page interview.
She looks so different in each of these covers.
Yeah, I know she really does, doesn't she? But if you are a Betty Page, this is this interview with her, where I think in this issue she actually lets them take pictures of her. She didn't want to let people take pictures of her for. Oh no, it's this one. It's that issue that you see modern day pictures of Betty. Now, back in the day, before Betty's revitalization, thanks to the illustrious Dave Stevens, there were still Betty Page fans, and they did a very, very cheap fan newsletter called Fond Memories.
But what about the Betty Pages? Do you remember them?
I have some of those too. And the Fond Memories, they didn't even have issues. They had letters. And this was issue L.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
right?
Cool.
I mean, we're talking, this is a fucking, look at the staples.
Fanzine, legit.
This is a zine. This is old school, very tough to come by.
You and 15 other peoples were interested, and that was it.
Right. This was back, I mean, the cheapest photocopies. I think this was actually put together on a mimeograph machine. I mean, just so cheaply produced, very hard to find. And I love this one, the Betty Bunny issue.
Oh,
look at that! Isn't that pretty? She's so gorgeous.
It looks like there's this looks more zhuzhed up than the last one, though.
This one's a little bit better. This is issue M, so it came later in the run. And then
colors, it's still cheap to print.
It's still cheap to print, single color. And then so Avatar Comics. Everybody knows Avatar Press, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Did a lot of the Boobaloobalas types of books, right?
They gave us some alternative Alan Moore books.
They got us kicked off off of a live stream once.
What you talking about?
Their first book was called Heroines Inc. It was a regular size book, and issue 2 was a magazine size. So
look at that baby.
Second book published by Avatar. See right there, it says Avatar Comics right up there.
It's so weird that they go from a regular comic to making an issue the same series but a magazine. It's just
yeah. Well, cheaper to print.
They're figuring out the role in the market.
And I have that first issue. I'll dig it out and show it next time. I just got this one now though, because this one's much harder to come by actually. And then last but not least for tonight that I'll show, comic book artist number 14, the Wally Wood issue.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Hey, that's Thunder Agents.
It is the amazing Thunder Agents. I actually finished the Thunder Agents run a couple of years ago.
From Tower Comics.
From Tower. I have every single Thunder Agents appearance.
I don't.
Very big fan. The best of the modern is the Deluxe Publishing ones that George Perez drew in the early 80s. They had 5 issues. And And the second best, the modern DC stuff's really good. The second best, in my opinion, is the Omni Comics story in issue 2 of Omni Comics. It was a Playboy magazine comic, but it wasn't porn. It wasn't like Penthouse Comics. They did sci-fi and stuff like that. They did they thought Thunder Agents were public domain. They were not. And they only were publishing that single story before they got a cease and desist.
I love it.
Who is your favorite Thunder Agent, Miracleman?
I love Dynamo, but it really kind of depends on what version, right? The Nick Spencer and Cafu version from DC. I probably loved No Man the most, which is the robot feller here. The original Dynamo, definitely. The Nick Spencer and Cafu version of these characters. So for those who aren't in the know, the Thunder Agents gained all their powers by gadgets that were invented by a scientist that worked for the United Nations. He was killed right after inventing them. I have almost, actually, you know what? I need some of the undersea agents. I need a couple undersea agents.
There's a ton of those.
I think like 7 or 8. That was just a lot for town.
No, there's more than that. Or it's something. Maybe it's monster. There's some kind of monster. Whatever. I'm not going to argue with you.
So in the Spencer and Cafu, the devices that they used were imperfect. So Dynamo, he had a belt. He turned the dial. He would be super strong and invulnerable. In the Spencer and Cafu run, it was actually killing him. If he kept it on too long, he would die. I forget his name.
Wolverine and his adamantium.
Kind of. I forget his name. The speedster character in the Spencer and Cafu run, every time he ran, he was speeding up his own death. So he would see visions of himself dying earlier and
That's the
earlier.
way I feel too. I feel like when I run, I am speeding up my own
death.
Every time we wake up, we're speeding to our death, our
Right.
imminent demise.
But are we speeding?
And No
He's
Man,
taking a turn.
No Man was a really peculiar character. He was a scientist who died while making these android bodies. He was killed, and his conscious went into the computer and could transfer from robot body to robot body. So he was completely bodiless. He could jump from body to body. So if his body was getting destroyed, he would just leave and go to another one. But it really dehumanizes him. And he really starts to lose touch with his humanity very fast. In fact,
he objectifies humans?
He does. In fact, No Man is the only original character to show up in the single issue of Thunder Agents comics that came from Solson Publications, best known for Reagan's Raiders in the 80s. They did a single issue called Thunder, where No Man is, quite frankly, fucking insane. If you can find that one, it's worth the read. It's very fun. But again, one and done. Nothing after that. And it was definitely supposed to be a series. Found this, saw this on sale, had to get it.
The knowledge dropped on this show is insane in terms of like comics that I've never heard about and know nothing about. It's pretty impressive.
This is why I wanted Miracleman on this show all those years ago.
I, for one, am not shocked that you know nothing about something.
Wow. Wow. Shots fired.
I'm just being a bitch.
I'm also
You
not
need to put like a little Batman pow caption, like
Smack.
Ian says, nice, lady fantastic. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about the way that went down.
I'll live.
I'm
I'll
just
come
trying
back
to be
stronger.
Cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Stabby, stabby, stabby.
I got balls. All right, are you done showing your shit?
I'm done.
Uh-oh.
I'm done. I said I was going to show one. I was just going to show those, and that was it.
I'm just fucking with you.
All right.
All right.
If there was any confusion, Lady's back.
Lady's back.
She-Devil. She was just acting out She-Devil. Got it.
There
love
you go.
those.
They're
That's
so
what
bad.
that's what I choose to believe.
This one's in a really nice shape,
They're
dude.
usually not. They're pretty
I
blind.
know. This one's
Public in the name only.
shockingly nice shape. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. I'm not flexing. I'm flexing.
Shanna the She-Devil and the Cat from Marvel in the Bronze Age. Just two incredibly fun. Oh, nice.
First American comic appearance of Captain Britain.
Very cool.
We need a
Stateside.
Brit on the show.
First stateside appearance. Showcase. 63, 62.
God damn, I love
Yeah.
Inferior 5.
Inferior 5. Yeah. So there's that. They are pretty fucking funny. Then
Apparently
I found,
that book just popped too.
oh, did it?
Yeah,
I
don't
found
know
an
why.
Inferior 5 number
Yeah.
3. Look, her titties, there's tears on her titties, though. I'm sad.
No.
Oh, no.
Whatever.
I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
really one of them.
power. Her titties.
I mean,
tear.
but I only paid like $5 for it. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'll take the tears on the titties. I don't ever see this.
You just don't see those Inferior 5s.
Do you think the teenage boy was trying to get under her costume? Was
I
like,
think it was.
Is this a double layer cover?
So
Well
total
Number
retcon.
5.
But Angel and the Ape was coming out at a similar time,
And
and the Ape
number 10.
he's a big gorilla, and he had Angel was his human partner, and
It's making fun of all the Marvel characters.
can they
That's
do that?
Yes, they can.
parody
Parody is legal.
in the 90s.
Imitation is a form of flattery.
They retconned it so that Dumb Bunny, the woman whose titties were ripped off there, was sisters with Angel.
Oh,
Jerry Lewis
Of
meets
course.
Wonder Woman.
Now, Neil Adams did some of those covers. Is that one of the Neil Adams covers?
I
Oh
can,
shit, that's a Wonder Woman cover.
It is.
yeah. Let me
That's a good
check.
one.
Jerry,
What
I'm
is
not
what
sure-
issue is that?
issue 117?
He meets
I'm
Wonder
gonna
Woman?
look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
it says.
By the way, according to
And she doesn't have her powers in this one, so he accidentally breaks her knee.
Oh,
according to
Jerry.
the Crisis on Infinite Earth
I'm
omnibus, the Jerry Lewis books
sorry.
exist in the same Earth as Inferior 5.
Oh, okay.
I just thought of a very inappropriate comment.
Oh.
Now's the time, buddy. Now's the time.
Oh, that he broke her knee because he's got muscular dystrophy.
Oh,
Oh, why?
Did he have
you
that?
said now is the time.
no, he
I
had
was
fine.
going to keep
kid.
it quiet.
He turned her into one of Jerry's kids? What?
Yeah.
Oh
What are
my
you
God.
saying?
Yeah.
I
You
was goaded by Rob into saying that.
forces of nature.
Weird War Tales number 30.
Gotta love them weird wars.
Yeah, when I find
Absolutely.
You
I'm
get them
trying
when
to
you find
think.
them. You get them when you find them.
Weird War 54.
Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of weird wars that I read, and I'm like, I don't even remember what happened as soon as I finish reading it. But there's other ones that have stayed with me 40 years since I've read them.
Forever People number 8.
Mm.
Kirby goodness. Love this shit. Oh, I love it. All right, and there is some Young Romance number 165.
Nice.
And all those books are getting more and more expensive.
How
Yeah.
old were you when you had your first kiss, Miracle Man?
16.
Okay. That checks out.
Yeah,
One
I
of
was
them.
mostly an adult.
Adam Hughes.
Yummy.
Nazi getting punched. I love a good Nazi punch.
That's a
And
good.
I've sewn this before, but this is also a nice Nazi puncher to couple with it. Nazi punch. Nazi punch. Sounds like a sex move, but it's not. I'm still showing more.
It's
I'm
not
gonna
sound
pull
like a sex move.
like donkey punch, Nazi punch.
What's a
I don't know.
donkey punch?
I think it's like you pull on somebody's hair and then you turn. They turn
When
around.
you're having from behind relations in the form of in a position referred to as the canine position, you then strike
doggy
your
style.
partner in the ribs. And is that the rib shot or is that the back of the head shot?
Back of the
think
headshot.
Back of the head shot. Yeah, that's the back of the head shot. And when you hit
I
somebody
don't know.
in that scenario, they tighten their muscles in a particular way. Try it out tonight, Michael. Try it out.
I don't know if I want
What
to
a
know
strange
that he
thing to
knows
say
that.
out loud.
Just type it into Urban Dictionary. Just look
What
it
is
up on
worse,
Ur-
that he knows that or that he just made it up on the spot? Like both
No,
are
he knows
No,
it.
that's real. That's
Oh, he
dead ass.
knows it.
Exists.
That's dead
My
ass.
It's
friend
real.
Scotty Vaughn sent me the reprint of it.
Oh,
Because they're these like Dollar General reprints
Yeah, that's
or whatever, dollar something, Dollar Tree. But I was very thankful. Tom King's Woman of Tomorrow.
great. I'm so
Uh,
excited for that movie.
I got in Scotty Vaughn. He sold me this lot of Lois Lane's. He's just trying to like make a few bucks until he starts his new job. And I was like, I will help you unload this shit.
Oh, I love those Lois
Oh,
Lanes.
yeah.
I love
Issue
them.
53.
Kurt Schaffenberger, I love you so much.
Are you more of a Lois Lane run fan or a Jimmy Olsen fan?
I mean, I like Jimmy, but Kurt Schaffenberger did more Lois Lane. So
And the Lois
76.
Lanes were wild.
Yes.
They were all wild.
Yes.
And
76.
you get like 6 bondage covers in it, and it's great.
83.
oh, there's Neil Adams, I think maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lois does everything. She's a damsel in distress. She's a motorcycle rider, as you can see.
He's an abuser.
She's an abuser. She's
I've seen
abused.
that a lot before.
She's
cover
tied
for
up
some
by
reason.
little people. She's tied up by full
She's
size.
sadistic. She likes the bondage.
She
She likes the
changes
masochism.
her race.
This is a Neil Adams.
She changed
And
clearly
her
a Neil Adams.
species apparently.
His thinly veiled fetish, and
Why couldn't she have just been the bottom half that way?
Whoa.
93. This one's great.
Would you want to bang a woman with a horse head? I don't know. I don't care how good the body is, man. I don't think I'm into that.
Put up a poll for our viewers. Would you?
94.
We should do that as a poll. Put that
Yeah.
up on the. Love it.
Then we got 99.
And her outfits were so of the era.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and my mother was a fashion designer, and again, Kurt Schaffenberger, he did some great costumes for her. Like they were very stylish.
Yeah.
Issue 100.
Oh yeah, nice.
It looks like Kurt Swan.
Yeah, she gets accused of murder like 50 times in her own series.
He deserves it.
Issue 110.
At least one of them had to have been a real murder.
Look at this fucking. This is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
what is the what?
What
It's
is
all
going
fucking-
on?
It's a
What is the
Native
what?
American.
Look.
She like took this Native American baby.
They
What?
tried to deal with racial issues of the time.
Tried
You know,
is the
tried.
operative
In a bad
word.
way.
They did not
Warren-
succeed, but they tried.
25.
Hey, Sleepy?
Yeah, that's gross. What's going on there?
I think it's like a statue.
Weird.
Yeah.
Where are you, Superman?
And then
Someone wants to
here's
mount Superman.
issue 135.
Oh, is that the last one?
No, 137.
Is he
Yeah.
describing his penis length?
There's
Yeah.
there's
So
the,
long.
There's one of the bondage covers. And the final issue, she's in the exact same position, but in front of a train that's
Train.
flying through the air.
Sorry, I'm going longer. I'm going longer.
Do it.
Did you say something about Solson?
Hell yeah.
Texas
Nice.
Texas
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Samurai?
Samurai.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. And then I got in a Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Ooh, that's really clean.
Oh girl,
Was that what issue is that? That's got to be late.
it's
Got a barcode. It has to be late.
50 center. I don't know. I don't want to open it yet. I'll some other
Yeah,
time.
they didn't have numbers, I don't think, for a lot of those.
They did, but you just had to look for them. There, but I mean, well, some of
They
them
didn't put them on the cover.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
Yeah, that's fun. And then check this out, Rob. You're gonna get jealous.
Let's see.
You're gonna get jealous. You're gonna get
Rob
jealous.
doesn't get jealous. He just gets
Showcase 57.
I'm
Nice.
jealous.
Enemy Ace.
I don't have that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the cover they do on the Enemy Ace special.
And it's a showcase.
Yeah. And then there's
Killer in the Sky, Stripper in the Bed.
Star Spangled War Stories 144.
I'm missing that one. Yeah.
That's great.
Neil Adams.
Mr. Adams and the Stu.
Adams didn't do a lot of work on the war stuff. He did a couple covers, a few interiors, but most of it was all Haney and Kanigher.
Oh yeah.
He showed the Alpha. I'll show the Omega. This is the last of the Wrightson covers for
They
Swamp Thing.
quit because it wasn't colored to his specification.
And
Oh,
then
wow.
this is Iron Man 133 with Hulk and Ant-Man. It's a good Rhodey's in it. This is just was good shit. Yeah. And then some of my favorite Hulk or Thor shit. 235. This is when he's teamed up with Hercules. Hercules. And then this is issue 241. Crushing these skeleton guys. It's so badass. And then yeah, that's it. That's all I'll show.
Well done.
Lots of
Very
comics.
good. I didn't get almost any back issues with the exception of my Agents of Atlas. And oh yeah, I did get this one thing because I missed it. I got the cover A, I got the cover B, but what I didn't get was the cover C, which was unfortunately important.
You're impotent.
This is the #1 comic book according to CovrPrice right now because it's moved the most volume. It's the first cover appearance of Richard Parker as Spider-Man in the symbiote costume. I looked at this. I order everything on FOC, but when I ordered this on FOC, wow, there's a lot of texting going back and forth.
I am so sorry.
It's fine. We'll get to it. But when I ordered this, I didn't know on FOC that would be a first appearance, so I had to pay a little bit more, but that's why FOC is important. So I guess we should probably get to the main part of our show when we're going to be talking about Thunderbolts. Are we ready to talk about Thunderbolts? I think we're ready to talk Thunderbolts. So some of us have seen the movie. I don't think all of us have seen the movie. So without saying any further, spoiler alert, you might want to come back later or watch after you've seen the show, or go see the damn movie. But the funny thing is, Captain America outperformed Thunderbolts in the first week of release, but the second week it's come back. It's been pretty good. But in that movie, it ended the same way that Captain America ended, by talking the villain down, but at the same time not killing them so they can be in more movies. So let's find out. Where is everybody? Who's the bad guy in the Thunderbolts? It's two people. It's the Sentry and Contessa Valeria de Fontaine, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So she's also the bad guy. The movie ends with her going, okay, so the team is formed. They're trying to come and arrest me. Hey, media, I just called a press conference because these are the new Avengers. While at the same time, Falcon is carrying out his mission before the president, who was arrested for becoming Red Hulk, was tasked with his own team of new Avengers. So you have the Falcon putting together his Avengers. You have the new Avengers that are now the knockoff Avengers, because the tail end of the movie post credits is mostly, here is Red Guardian trying to say, hey, do you recognize me? I'm on the box of Wheaties. And the woman's like, just get away from me. And then
good.
It was good. It was serviceable. I'd see it in the movie theater. I did see it in the theater. As opposed to Captain America, that felt like it was three different movies cobbled together into one. This felt like one coherent film with a beginning, middle, and end. But now that we are at Thunderbolts, where are the Avengers? Well, I put together a little timeline. I like to put together timelines. I learned this from lawyers. I've learned this from radio hosts. So where's Tony Stark? He's either dead or doomed. We'll find out soon enough. Captain America, he's old, or he could be plucked from time. I'll call him a time plucker. Thor, after Love and Thunder, we were sending texts back and forth earlier this afternoon to figure out, hey, we watched God and Thunder, right? It's like, yeah. What happened to Thor at the end? I don't know. You? No, I don't know. So I guess nobody knows after Love and Thunder what happened to Thor. Hulk is just, chill, bro. So I guess he's not really up for much fighting. She-Hulk could really care less. Wakanda's fighting over vibranium. Scarlet Witch is totally not dead. Daredevil, he's wrestling with his morality. Doctor Strange, he totally screwed up everything by erasing some guy that we don't remember who exists. Some kid.
Doesn't that just describe every Daredevil comic?
Wrestling with his morality. Every single issue. But also we have Spider-Man, new phone, who dis? Black Widow, new universe, who dis? Because in Marvel Zombies, while she's dead in the regular Marvel continuity, in Marvel Zombies, she comes back and then enters our reality. So I guess she can kind of be back, and that way Scarlett Johansson can not worry about a contract as much. I don't know. Star-Lord, he has fucked off to Earth. Loki has fucked off to manage the time stream. Eternals have just fucked off altogether. Blade is fucking gone. The Guardians of the Galaxy, still guarding, but all new and all different.
What about Black Knight?
Black Knight is much like Blade, fucking gone.
Dane Whitman fucked off.
Yeah, we didn't even get him, because Blade goes, hey, you might want to be careful picking that up. And that's it. We didn't see anything else. Hasn't been in anything else. Nebula, yes, please.
I love her.
So do I. That's why she's yes, please. I can't say a bad thing about her.
Me either.
Warlock, though, he's a powerful but orange doofus, kind of like somebody else we know in real life. But hey, the Young Avengers are now available. They're also bite-sized real Avengers. Ant-Man after the last movie, I mean, now at an all-time discount. Punisher still punishing. And coming soon, we have for the rest of this year is Fantastic Four First Steps, Eyes of Wakanda, Ironheart, Marvel Zombies, and Wonder Man.
And
where we
Superman
are.
in July.
Superman in a different universe.
Oh,
So with Marvel, where are we going from New Avengers? Now that
my
we're
bad.
calling them New Avengers.
okay.
You didn't mention Miss Marvel, who clearly
Well,
is.
actually, I did.
Oh,
And
you did?
Young
Ironheart.
Avengers. They're now available in bite size.
She's a champion. She didn't.
Well,
like
they're going to
this.
kind of change things around. Maybe they'll call them champions at first and then Young
You're
Avengers.
just bastardizing it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
But really, at some point after Secret Wars comes
We
out,
get them in
the
some
question
form. I don't
is-
care what you call them.
well, Tacoma made a very good point. How old are these superheroes by the point that Secret Wars
None of
comes
your
out? I'm pretty
business.
sure that Kamala Khan,
Mister,
she's going to be 30. She's no longer going to be a kid.
No.
So
time does
No,
not.
that's not
Fire.
Marvel's way. Superheroes just stay the same age. They're like the Simpsons.
Perpetual adolescence.
Claremont hates that Kitty Pryde is
Retire.
not 14 years old still. He hates that she is like a 30 something. Like he's adamant that all of his X-Men should be the age they were in issue 94. Like and Marvel did that for the most part. You know, Peter's
Until he
gotten
left.
to college at least, but yeah.
yeah, Endgame for me, as far as I'm concerned, you could say that that's the final movie, and I'd be okay with that.
I gotta go soon. I'm starving and I'm getting grumpy.
All good. We'll wrap this up really quick. I tried making all these graphics so I could run through it fast. So
Oh,
yeah.
if after Secret Wars, what are they going to do? New cast, more budget for computer generated effects, and maybe a little bit for script so it doesn't all look like the same movie with the same endings with the sky beam or talking down the bad guys so you can have a bad guy for another movie or a TV show. But even after Secret Wars, yeah, it's going to be all new, all different Avengers now coming to Disney Plus.
Well,
All right.
If I can interject quickly, one of the weaknesses of Thunderbolts and one of the weaknesses I think for a lot of these movies, is there a villain worthy of the heroes? Is there a villain that we care about? That's one of the great things about some of those early Avenger movies. They had a villain and it built up to Thanos, the ultimate villain. Like the Thunderbolts that I just watched, you just said it, Rob. It's like, who's the villain? Well, the Countess is kind of the villain because she's trying to manipulate it, but she's not a really worthy villain. She's just a civilian who's kind of assembling this team for her own nefarious reasons. And you've got Sentry, this poor guy who's being manipulated. He was put in an experiment, given all these powers. It's not his fault that he turns into a villain.
X-Men, human darkness, the dark side of humanity. That is gonna, and like the government. That's going to be the next villain for like the X-Men. That's going to be a big villain.
Yeah.
Just like, because you've got all kinds of different types of things.
I think that's a great point though, because like the Marvels, which I actually enjoyed because freaking Iman Vellani is so amazing.
She's so cute. I
I
love
couldn't
her.
tell you who the bad guy that I remember her and now I forget because she wasn't a big bad and probably because they spent so much money on all their other actors.
Was it Aubrey Plaza?
No, it was
she
not.
was deaf.
Oh, I don't know. There was somebody that was a bad guy. Did Hela hit? Didn't Hela like hit Miss Marvel or something? No.
Yeah, but
There
I
was,
think
like,
that's what
one-
you got to work on. You got to work on building these people up again, building the relationships. Yeah. Rob said kind of meh for the movie. I felt the same way. Was it horrible? No, I'd give it a C. It was not a horrible movie. It wasn't a great movie.
Passable.
It was passable. The best moment for me in the movie was when they're all meeting in the secret lair. They've been given different missions, and the mission is you're supposed to kill him, you're supposed to kill her, you're supposed to kill her, and that's how they meet each other at the beginning. That was good. I felt it never built on that momentum that it started off on, because again,
If they would have played off of that for the whole rest of the movie, it would have, I don't know, had more character. Because every character wanted to have their little moment, but it just felt like more of a, hey, we need to tick off a box. Like we have Congressman Barnes. And then as the movie
Senator Kelly.
Well, yeah, like Senator Kelly. But later in the movie, you have Contessa Val saying, "Well, you didn't last as senator very long." It's like, wait, did that happen off screen? Did he resign from being a senator? That it just felt like a plot point that existed. Just tick off a box so they could bring it up in a later movie, or just entirely forget about it, like Blade and the Black Knight.
Yeah.
Or Dar-Ben, a Kree warrior who apparently was the villain in the Marvels.
Okay. Yeah.
First
No,
appearance, Silver Surfer 53. Thank you, Internet.
No, and you have to build these characters, and comedy and having a sense of humor is not a character trait. It's nice to have humor. It's nice to interject. But if that's the only personality trait, like Red Guardian's a good example. He's amazing. Like David Harbour, amazing in the movie. But again, you don't really get a sense of his character to beyond the punchlines and the jokes. You need to build these characters more than that. So I feel for them at the end. So I really care about them. So when there's a heartwarming moment at the end, I actually care about that moment, as opposed to, oh, okay, they solved this through hugging. That's great. I don't really care because I don't care about these characters.
They can't all be Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But even Guardians did a great job building those characters, like in the small moments with them between the humor. I felt for Rocket. I felt for Peter. I felt for Gamora. I cared about them and what happened to them. They built those moments up to them. Yes, there was humor, but there was also the drama, and I felt I knew who they were. I just don't feel that way with a lot of these recent movies. I don't feel the characters that I can care for. So I'm not sure what the magic formula for that is, but that's what they need to work towards. Me caring again, and me caring about who these people are, and getting a sense that they're not just two-dimensional humor machines.
In Thunderbolts, you have Yelena starting out with the most amount of character development because she's starting at a low point. She's jumping off a building, but not a killer. She's just doing a mission. But on this mission, it's through this that she goes from a low point to kind of overcoming obstacles. But the whole rest of the crew, yeah, they could be serviceable just as easily to Guardians of the Galaxy. But as Peter Quill said, we're losers, man. And I don't mean we've all lost something. And it builds on that. Hey, they're finally getting their comeuppance. They're finally winning the day as underdogs instead of, let's start them off at a high point and then just end it at a slightly higher point or on an exactly even point that doesn't really go anywhere. At least there was a twist in this movie. Maybe not as big of a twist as in Winter Soldier, where you find out that Hydra has been behind things all along. And then you go over to Agents of the Shield, and Shield is playing off of this giant twist. We haven't seen really big twists in a Marvel film in a really long time.
Yeah. And I will again say, I feel all the actors did an amazing job. So it's definitely not the actors. It's definitely not the production value. But you need to give me a story that I care about, that I'm feeling for. Like, so even the Sentry, that he's supposed to be kind of the emotional rock. I'm supposed to care at the end that he's saved. Do I? I guess a little bit. I like the actor. I like how he played it. But I just don't feel like, oh, thank God he's saved. It's more like, yeah, of course he was saved. That's nice. So yeah.
Like, were you very concerned when Bob jumped off the back of the vehicle to go and try and help save them by maybe giving them some time to get away? You're like, oh no, that happened. That's a funny thing. I guess I should laugh at. Oh, he's being shot. Oh no, but I already know that he's the Sentry because of all of the damn trailers.
Yeah. That's exactly right. I didn't feel the emotional stakes. I should have felt like, what a wonderful sacrifice he made. But also, I was just introduced to him 10 minutes ago, and he didn't really have time to develop his character. So yeah, I'm not really invested in those things. And them caring about him as much as they did, again, a little insincere. They just met him a half hour ago. Why do they care about him so much? Like, they're kind of forcing it on it.
This felt like a show that they could have done on Disney Plus as a TV show, given more time for the characters to breathe, given us more time with Red Guardian as a car salesman or whatever he was doing with that truck.
Limo driver.
Limo driver. I mean, I wanted to see a little bit more of that. That was funny. That made me laugh. Give it some time to breathe instead of, hey, we got to tick things off of a box. We got to keep the story moving. What? Character development? We'll leave that to Act 3 and let the audience decide.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, and I guess the last criticism I have is I hate when the villain is the reason they're there in the first place. So like this was Suicide
Squad. They created their own villain that they had to defeat.
exactly. Like, so in the first Suicide Squad, the Enchantress, part of the team, became the big villain. Kind of same thing with this one. It was almost, it's almost exactly the same. He became overpowered, and the problem with the team that was trying to fight was within the team itself. So again,
the scientist was manipulated. Bob was manipulated. The big bad guy always gets manipulated.
Yeah. So anyways, I just, I don't know what you need to do. I think you need people who care about the story, care about the characters, are willing to take some chances too with the story a little bit. And
chances are good, but what I've noticed more than anything else making these movies as of the last phase or two is that when you give something to a director rather than basing it off of the comic and the lore, they go, hey, I can't wait to do my sizzle reel so I can make a better movie. And it's not like Ryan Coogler that makes some masterpiece and then goes and says, well, I've learned all these great tricks and I'm going to make this movie called Sinners and is another goddamn masterpiece. Yeah. No, they're just going, well, I want to make a sizzle reel. I don't give a shit about these Marvel characters. Do not hire those people.
Yeah. And that was a little frustrating. I wasn't going to get into it, but I'll just briefly mention, people know the original Thunderbolts, know that the big twist, even in issue 1, was they came out as heroes, but they actually the masters of evil in disguise. We don't get that. I don't really care that it's not the same as the comic book, but it is a little disheartening that it's not even close to the comic book. It's just Thunderbolts, and it has nothing to do with Thunderbolts the comics at all. So
up until the movie's release, there was not a single team that resembled anything even close to what was presented on the screen. But then again, to an extent, so was Guardians of the Galaxy, because their original iteration was not the one that we saw on the screen. It was the one from Abnett and Lanning, which is great. Most of us loved that storyline, but we just have to hope that whoever's hands this falls into, that they can run it competently, capably, because if not, we're not going to be getting any more of these movies. If we don't go to see these movies, they don't get made. And if they don't get made, that's it. And Lady's gone. And you know what? It's a good time to probably wrap this up. So tomorrow night, 8:35 on it's not Strictly Comics anymore. It's Astonishing Comics. And what they have going on is the whale auction. So do check that out at what time? 8:35 p.m. Astonishing Comics. Do you want to reiterate?
Just showing off.
Don't buy these comics from him. He's going to regret it. He's going to regret it.
He's okay. He's okay.
All right, Miracleman. Michael, you got anything you want to promote?
I do not want to promote anything.
Nah.
And with Lady Fantastic, I'll just read this straight from the chat so you can hear it from the words of our goddess. Lady Fantastic. Love y'all, but I gotta eat. Carry on without me. Night. So I thank you all for watching. We will be back next week. When is that going to be? That's a good question. It's going to be May 23rd. In the meantime, Sunday's my birthday, so I'm going to celebrate that by not doing anything, I hope. I really, really hope. But otherwise, check us out next week. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe if you haven't, the bell, the notifications, the yada yada. You know the things. Love y'all. Night, night.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.